Welcome to thoughtcast. So, we had a lot of complications today trying to record this episode. Technical difficulties, if you will.
I think you'll see later on, maybe,
Bro.
the snippets of
Today
our
we
pain.
saw a fucking snake, and then we saw a fucking like big ass bug, like where we were like sitting on that fucking rock.
It was
dude.
literally the size of like a fist. It was huge.
like slightly smaller than a fucking fist, dude. Like I swear to God, that shit was big.
And the
And it was
snake.
black as fuck, and then there was like
Yeah.
also a fat ass fucking snake, like in the same fucking day, dude.
Yeah.
And it's also raining, but like we're just gonna
Yeah.
turn lemons into
Into
lemonade,
lemonade.
because we're fucking making
We're doing sigils today.
sigils, and we're gonna dissolve like the sigil in paper, like in the rainwater, basically by
Yeah.
like putting it on paper and letting like the rain like just wipe it away.
Yeah.
And it's
So
yeah. So normally you would like you could also like burn the sigil, but obviously it's raining and we can't do that. So
yeah. Or like some people like to, like for destructible sigils, some people like to put it onto like food, like carve it into the food they're gonna eat. Just any way that like helps it like dissipate, that's when the manifestation comes true. But if you do like a permanent sigil, you want to put it like on an object that you know like won't move,
yeah.
or like put it on a piece of paper and put it somewhere in your home.
Yeah.
Some people like paint it on their walls. But me and Helen did 2 of our own sigils today. And there's honestly like so many different ways you can do sigils. There's like some people get them in dreams, some people get it when they're meditating. There's like ways to do it where it's like a really structured process, or some people just like draw with intent. And as long as you like, the intent's really important when it comes to sigils. You have to like see it in your mind. So like
Yeah. And we'll show you pictures of what our
Yeah.
fucking designs like ended up looking like and how they look like on the paper that we're gonna draw it on.
yeah, for like the final, the final sigil that we're gonna dissolve in rainwater. But we're also gonna extend these sigils to you guys. It's gonna be like a group manifestation.
Yeah, we're doing this protection spell for all of our friends, us, each other, and fucking everyone watching this podcast. Because if you
Exactly.
are watching this podcast, you are our friend.
Yeah, you're probably all our friend. But so for my sigil, I like it represents like the phrase, I am protected from internal and external forces, because I feel like negative energy can come from both the inside and the outside.
Yeah,
So that's like, I tried to represent both in my sigil,
yeah.
and I think like it came out pretty well. So, and then Helen did a more like intuitive drawing,
Yeah, I just
Drawing with
designed a
intent.
bunch, and I'm just gonna choose one of them that I like the most.
the one you resonate with the most.
Yeah. So
So-
we'll be doing that, and then we'll
Yeah.
come back. Once that's once we have like the spells of Bruin, we'll
come
do like our tarot reading.
Yeah. So there's like, you can do permanent sigils where you either write it like on a piece of paper and you put it somewhere where you know it's not gonna be disturbed,
Just leave them.
or you write it on a thing that's like never gonna move. Some people write it on like pottery, or like just on like the walls in their house, and then that's like a permanent sigil. And then the destructible sigils are the ones you make with like when you burn it. That kind of releases the manifestation you wrote into the world.
Okay, so I went through a more intuitive route. I just like free-handed like a lot of the shits. Like I researched a little bit about sigils, and I saw that you can like do it like where you encode like a phrase in it, and I was thinking about that idea, but like I was
I
just,
mean, some
like,
people
being
just draw it
goofy
with intent, and that's like just a different way of doing it. It's like no way.
Yeah, I wasn't
better.
thinking about like a code.
Yeah, like people do it in different ways, and that's why it's like.
Sophia's a coder. Am I stupid? It's not funny as fuck.
Yeah. Guys, you know programmer sounds a lot like pro gamer. So, everyone just think about that for a moment.
Let's take a
Anyway,
second
so
to
I did the
appreciate that.
encoding method, and it's like, so the phrase was like, I am protected from internal and external forces. External being like, any like negative energy. Internal being like people who struggle with mental illnesses. Sometimes like all of your like pain and struggle comes from the inside, and they can't really control it. So I really want to emphasize that in this one, because it's like, I
Yeah.
feel like no one really focuses on it. And for me, it's really important. when you're making a sigil, you always want to do present tense and not future tense. You want to do I am, or like we are going to. You shouldn't never do like I will, because it won't like, because you want to manifest it. Like if you say I will, it's like you're putting it off. So it's like cool. Now we're gonna wait for them to dissolve. We're gonna do a tarot card reading. So I guess we could start with the tarot card reading of the day.
Yeah, just in general.
In general one. The High Priestess.
Wow!
Yeah.
The cardinal virtues, bruh.
We were talking about the High Priestess earlier. Helen explained why.
Yeah, so the cardinal virtues are basically like 4 of the major arcana cards that are based on like morality. So like strength, justice, temperance, and the High Priestess is North. And the High Priestess represents a divine feminine energy. And Sophia's been getting a lot of feminine cards as opposed to like
male cards,
male energy cards, which would like mostly be like the Hierophant, which is Eros for her. But now she thinks that there's like another deity possibly reaching out to her, just because of like the feminine energies. Because
it's like
the
a
cards
shift
that you've been having.
It's a shift of energy. But yeah, basically the High Priestess. When you get the High Priestess in your reading, it's telling you that you will get everything that you want if you're willing to like free yourself of like everyday worries. And it's like true wisdom comes from like pain and like exploring that pain. And like after you go through stuff like that, you become generally more wise.
Yeah. The High Priestess is also like associated with like the moon and like the ocean, because she holds secrets as deep as like the ocean and like as mysterious as the moon. She's like basically like the motherly like energy.
And the cards,
and she's constantly contradictory. Like she holds contradictory like values. Intense love, but also intense like severity.
It's like if you don't do what she says, it's like
she doesn't appear before peasants. She's a very like divine card, dude. And she's also like demonstrated a lot in like other religions. Like she comes up as like the Virgin Mary because she's so like divine and feminine, but like you know, also mysterious. Yeah,
very fitting.
It's really interesting. But the government holds a secret association of divinators just to protect the 1%. Literally. And like those in power.
Exists. You can Google it, guys. It's like they're in contact.
And it's the chariots.
Hello. I think it's Selene.
Yeah. So about Selene,
I read over like a couple of her facts. She's associated with the moon. She has like her symbols are of the chariot. She's someone who's really strong, and I think Eos is her twin. Eos is the god of the sunrise, while Selene is the god of the moon. So that's also like describing change, which is what a lot of the cards that I've been pulling lately
the moon comes right
means.
before like the fucking sun. Like even in just the major arcana cards, it goes from star to moon to sun, like in order. So that's why like the moon is associated with change. We never pull the sun card, dude. I swear to God.
It's never there.
Like I just want the sun card. I want to manifest the sun.
Card.
Hey cards, is Selene the Diety reaching out to Sofia?
The Empress.
No, but like the Empress is like earthly, feminine energy. So like the High Priestess and the Empress. So like the High Priestess is divine. The Empress is like more.
She's
earthly.
Also associated. So Selene is also associated with cattle, particularly bulls.
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 Like Taurus. Dude.
Bruh.
I can't, like, we're so spiritually woke, bro. Like, that's the only reason that we fucking found a snake in the middle of fucking New Jersey. Can somebody explain that to me?
Tell me why we saw a rattlesnake, like a 6 feet long
rattlesnake, and you cannot gaslight me and be like, no, you did not fucking see.
Oh God, that was a rattle.
I saw the rattle, bruh. The rattle was right fucking there, and it was thick as fuck, and it was, I know what a fucking garter snake looks like, dude.
Exactly, we're not dumb. It's really
It was a
huge...
fucking anaconda.
That looked like it could fucking like kill someone.
Like, I know, it was thick. It was the muscular. I feel like the Empress is a yes.
So it says many stories of Selene show that she has a tender heart when it comes to romance and true love. She's a great helper to star-crossed lovers because they remind her of her own great love.
That's so good.
So I'll be purchasing a candle for Selene shortly.
What colors do you think they would like?
I don't know. I have to do research in it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she's not like a lot of people, like not a lot of people worship her. So the same with Eros. Not a lot of people worship Eros.
In the back of the deck was Page of Cups, which the page is like an inquirer. Oh, the page is like wanting to unlock the secrets of like whatever thing is the thing. So the page is like, I want to unlock the cups right now. I want to find out like more about emotional energy.
It says that Selene, like, because she like met her true love, who was on Earth, she like takes pities on people who are in love and like soulmates, and gives them aid as long as they're like respectful. So like that is the connection to Eros, because I feel like she spoke to me through like using Eros's candle.
Yeah.
So I feel like it wouldn't be someone who's like who he has beef with, you know.
Yeah.
But they don't. I feel like they would interact pretty well. I'll do research on how they interact. But some people have like deities that like don't interact at all. Like some people have Persephone and Aphrodite when they don't get along. And I'm like, you're poking the bear by having both Persephone and Aphrodite like as your deities.
Yeah.
But so it's always good to make sure like they're compatible, or like it's truly the one that's reaching out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna check on the spells. BRB, kings and queens. Okay, so that's it for this week's podcast, everyone.
Yes.
I have no idea when this will get actually published.
Yeah, and I don't know what the next topic's gonna be.
But, you know, we'll still be
keep
the
you
same
updating
people.
you.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Should be interesting. Okay.
Maybe.
Bye, everyone. We love you.